Today we're talking about Billy Thorpe. Children of the Sun Revisited. This album came out in 1987, and about half of the tracks were originally released on another album that came out in 1979 called Children of the Sun. Side B of that original album contained something called the Children of the Sun Suite, which was 5 songs they're all linked together, right, and tell the story of aliens coming to the planet Earth after a holocaust of some sort and discovering human survivors and transporting them to a new planet. And it's really a great album. Here's a picture of Billy Thorpe himself. The 79 album is great. The 87 album is great as well, but I would really love to find the 79 one on vinyl, which I have not yet, which is why we're talking about this one today instead of that one. That first album was Billy Thorpe's debut here in the U.S., his first album, and it was released on a record label that subsequently went bankrupt. And because of that, we got the new version right here. The new version has the Children of the Sun Suite, along with 3 new tracks, those tracks being Earth Calling, Turn It Into Love, Free Enterprise, and another track that wasn't exactly new. It had been on a 1982 album of Billy's called East of Eden's Gate. As awesome as the 79 version sounded, this one sounds even better, and it is a whole heck of a lot of fun. I gotta tell you, this is the kind of album that you turn off the lights, you put on a set of headphones, you find some place comfortable to sit or to lay down, and you just let the music transport you. This album does a fantastic job of it, and it just really takes you to another place, another time, another world. Now, it is missing some of the great singles that were on that original 1979 release. I'm going off the top of my head here, but Goddess of Love, Wrapped in the Chains of Your Love, Simple Life, I think those were the titles of the singles that I really liked, but aren't on this revisited album. I had that original album on cassette, so many years ago. I no longer own it. One of these days I'd like to find it on vinyl again, but until that time, this is going to have to do. This is going to have to do. It's still really wonderful. If you encounter either version, the original or revisited, at a record store or best of all worlds at a thrift store where they don't understand the value of what they have, definitely an album that's worth snagging and adding to your collection. All right, so that's it for today. Do you remember Billy Thorpe? He's an Australian musician who, at least for a short period of time during the late 70s, early 80s, made a bit of a mark here in the U.S. If you do, please share your memories of Billy in the comments section, and let me know what you thought of Children of the Sun, either the original version or the revisited, remastered, re-release in 1987. And most importantly, as always, thanks so much for watching, folks.